I met a whale that wants you to kill him. I met a badger that's looking for more friends. I fought a giant slug with armour on his head that looked like a toupee, so I named him Stephen. I then saw lots of little Stephens. There's lots of Stephens down in the sewer. I spent an hour in Cliff Kingdom without a clear sense of what I was supposed to be doing or why, just venturing further and further into the dark, taking back routes, doubling back on myself, finding hidden zones with a possum that gave me a boost. By the end I'd cleared most of the chambers on the map and still could not have told you what the objective was, and I still think it's worth playing. Cliff Kingdom is a hand-drawn 2D Metroidvania from developer most likely No Reason for Hysteria. You are Mothboy, last in a long line of lightkeepers, summoned because the lighthouse has gone dark. The world is a warren of interconnected biomes inside a cliff in the middle of the sea. Caves, platforms, creatures, machines from whatever came before. The art is genuinely beautiful. Dark, hand-drawn, atmospheric, in a way that makes you want to explore even when you're not sure why you're exploring. The creatures you meet are the best part. The depressed whale who would quite like for you to end things for him. The badger rattling around looking for company. The slug with an armour that sits on his head like a bad hairpiece. I fought a few and kept noticing little ones scattered around the map afterwards. Stephen has a family. The problem is the game gives you very little to orientate yourself. Signposts point you in a general direction. There's no map until you find one, and when I found it I had already cleared most of what it showed. A trinket I unlocked eventually showed my position on the map, which sounds basic, but without it you're genuinely navigating a bit blind. The direction of the game reveals itself slowly, which will suit some players and frustrate others. The platforming controls have rough edges. Trying to grab onto a wall and missing the cling, sliding off and landing on spikes was a reoccurring issue for me. For a game that asks you to do a lot of precise wall climbing, that friction adds up. The save point also tripped me up. I locked myself to the surface save point and could not work out how to switch back to the one close to the centre of the map. That might be a misunderstanding on my part rather than a flaw, but it's worth knowing. Comparing it to Well Dweller is fair, another dark hand-drawn 2D platformer I reviewed recently. Well Dweller gave you a clearer mission. Cliff Kingdom trusts you to find your own reason to keep going. Whether that's an asset or a problem depends entirely on what type of game you're looking for. The demo contains a few hours of gameplay if you're happy to keep doubling back and exploring a bit further. What I saw was strange, funny and visually interesting and slightly directionless. That combination worked for me more than I expected. The full release date is yet to be confirmed, and there's no Steam reviews just yet. My verdict is a play. I play the demos, you play the hits. I'll see you on the next one.